I do now want to talk about the race. You're talking to constituents in District 5. What are the issues that matter to them?
Oh, District 5, first of all, people want to be heard. They want to be feel represented. That's why I came so close. They want to know that their servants, public servants, care about the primary issues, like the violence that's happening. Instead of stoking the fires of dissent with a defund the police, have a plan, have support for the mayor that represents the city rather than attacking him and suggesting that anybody but him be elected when you have to work with him and other mayors in the future. So public safety, making sure you address what the primary concerns of the people are, affordable housing, and homelessness. That's a big issue for us. And then of course, our education disparities. People want to hear their leaders address those things and not being known for simply opposing the local mayor, opposing the national president, and opposing American opinions and interests in the international community.
When it comes to these issues like public safety, affordable housing, the economy, education, things like that, obviously, as you know, as we sit here right now, this could change in the election, but Republicans control the House, so you're going to have to work with Republicans on some issues. You're saying Congresswoman Ilhan Omar is divisive. How would you work with Republicans on these issues?
Well, first of all, I plan to meet with every member of Congress for a half hour, one per day, if I can get them to meet with me, so they get to know who I am, I get to know who they are. We know each other on a personal basis. That, in fact, by analysis, is the reason for all of the divisiveness. It's not philosophical differences, it's an absence of relationships because people now live at home and commute to Washington versus what happened in the old days where they lived in Washington, commuted home, and their kids were on the same baseball teams. They met for weekend sleepovers, etc. And so parents knew each other across the aisle. And so when they met to argue in Congress, it wasn't personal. And now that those relationships have broken down, everything is personal. And the opposition is the enemy of democracy. And so I'm going to Washington. I'm going to get to know my opponents. I'm going to let them know me so that when we argue, we're not arguing for individual interests, us against them. We're arguing for the best solution. And they know that that guy is not my enemy. He's just someone I like who I disagree with.